Okay, so we're doing a bit of a different episode today. I've been meaning to do one of these for a while, and really there's endless source material for this. And so many people are like, they're offended when I go hard on a tattoo or something. And they're like, oh, Remy's so mean. And how could the guy who blacked out all his tattoos be mean to people who he doesn't like their tattoos or whatever? It's like, well, his work's way worse. It's like, well, that's the whole fucking irony of this show, is that I've probably had my tattoos ripped apart and attacked more than anyone who's ever lived.
Not even just your tattoos, you as a person.
Me as a person and my family.
I can't even, I can't read the comments on most of Remy's posts.
Yeah, you're going to read some today.
Because they get really pissed off.
This is just some random snippets that I found real quick.
So let's go through a few. So we got poor skin of him.
Yeah, poor skin of me.
Yeah, poor skin of him. This dude's face is a dumpster fire, but he has some sick ink, like double.
Yeah. The guy, yeah. I'm sure the guy who made that comment is a fucking prize pig, by the way.
Decisions on top of bad decisions. And these are all in a row. Look better before. Oh, yeah. What a fucking waste of money. Shit looks hideous.
Yeah, I'm sure that guy has spent his money very well.
The work is okay. The idea is dreadful, though.
Yeah.
WTF is the fucked up the first time, then re-fucked up the second.
Yeah, I want to point out, usually the people that make these kinds of comments have about half a brain on average, and they're using most of it to write this. Like, they're usually incomplete or incoherent sentences that just really communicate that they're very, very angry and not very intelligent.
And really not thinking about what they're saying either.
There's no thought at all. Most of these people don't even have the ability to think, let alone a coherent thought in these comments.
Really bad at typing full sentences. Then we got the work is A, but it's not the artist's fault, probably. This dude has changed his mind on his tat so many times.
I've never changed my mind once.
Probably feel like asphalt. He skipped probably feel like asphalt. Yeah, I'm
sure he meant to say skin.
Yeah, I know.
I can assure you my skin does not feel like asphalt. It probably feels better than that, guys.
We got some barfy face.
Oh, lots of
barfy faces. Couple more barfy faces.
The barfy face is the calling card of the intellectual halfwit and troglodyte. If you can't cough up a sentence, just use a vomit emoji.
Right? We got turned into shit, nah, zero. What else? Some poop emojis. Yeah. Real original, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what 99s in park means, but okay.
Who knows? It's some intellectually lazy attack of some kind from some lane. Who knows exactly what that's supposed to mean?
This one, I think, is the least mean. Come on, all those hours and no image. I mean, fair.
Not fair, actually. No. I had, if you did the base amount of looking, you would see that I've had more images than anyone who's ever had tattoos.
I know. I think this one's kind
of
funny.
And I do again.
Once you go black, you never come back.
Which is obviously wrong.
Completely proven wrong, but hilarious. Idiot. Not a phase, mom. Dude, we get it. You're an Antifa? What?
Yeah, it's tied to the times. I think this one was like 2020 or 2019 or something, and that must have been relevant then.
Okay.
It's always like, you got to remember, these comments are made by people from the position they're in, not the position I'm in. Right? Whatever the fuck political feed that he's been following, he's been frenzied by, and somehoing everything he interacts with now is...
It's like calling you some sort of edgelord, because that was a thing once too, right?
It's more like I would have to be left-wing, like super left-wing. I also get quite often people will be like, he voted for Biden.
And then we have that...
Because most Americans assume that there's only one country in the world.
Preacher clown tattooed guy who's definitely not left-wing, like proven fact.
Realistically, piercings and body mods have... and tattoos have zero to do with politics. And
really, they do.
I think if you were to do like a down-the-line study, you would find there's probably more right-wing folks involved with tattoos than left-wing.
Someone should do it. What else do we got? Beautiful cabbage on forehead.
Yes, the roses are all cabbages.
OMF, stop posting this shit. Like, there's no other tattoos. This is when people get mad when they see you.
People get sick of, they hate seeing me because I'm successful and I've been around a long time.
Yeah, you're really viral a lot of the time.
I'm always going to be, because I've always been interesting in one way or the other. If you don't like that, too fucking bad. Do something interesting yourself then.
Right? So we got like the hand on face emoji, a bunch of middle fingers. There's no reason to ruin it like that, but okay.
And then, you know what's funny is, like, a lot of these same people who left these comments have probably come to my page since I've done things over the tattoos, like the blackout tattoos.
Yeah,
and
because
they're
this
like,
is showing your blackout.
These are older ones.
Yeah.
But like now the complaints come from tattooers. If I were to do new ones, it's always, that won't be there in a week. Meanwhile, the post was made, it's like a 3-month-old picture, and the tattoo's still there, or in some cases there are tattoos that have been healed on black for over 3 years. Some of
Like
this stuff has been coming up on 4 years. The roses on my head are like 8 years that we covered red with white.
The roses on your face that are covering those stars?
Yeah, no, that's not a white on black tattoo. I've had that one too. Like, really, really dumb tattooers who can't saturate ink will say things like, that's not white on black. And it's like, yes, it is. And then they deny all further evidence provided. They can see it going into the skin, and they'll still say it's not.
That's not. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. And you know, artists in our shop have done tattoos. These tattoos.
Yeah.
We watch them. We see them come back healed.
Apprentices.
I know.
Ashlyn's been tattooed for 10 months, and she's already covered black.
All right. What else do we got? Let's see. How many tattoos you got? This man. I am the tattoo. I like that one. From one bad tattoo to the next, I guess.
Yeah.
Wonder how much it costs to get all of that. There's no way that much detail on that much skin was cheap. At least this person has a brain. Some crying faces. Unfollowing this post.
Picture of a black rose on someone's hand. Unfollowing this post. You need more things to go wrong in your life, bud.
Waiting for that rose to fade.
Well, it's still here, and it looks better than it did then. Fucking moron.
What else we got? Fucking waste of money. No, someone married that guy. I did. I am so proud of myself.
And by the way, bud, I got more pussy in my life than you'll have in 10 lifetimes. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. I've never struggled to find love interests.
Your wife loves hearing that.
Well, it's true, and you know it's true. Whether or not it's a crude thing to say, when was I ever without?
So, and then we also have several different comments about you being black now.
Yeah, those are, and you know what's funniest about those ones is, like,
they're always from a white guy.
No, it's not even that. It's that everyone who ever says anything like that, or like mentions Michael Jackson or something like that, they think that they're the first person who's come up with this joke. They always think they're being original. They always do. Every time. It's like, no, you know how dumb you are and how superficial this comment is? I've heard the same comments literally thousands upon possibly millions of times. No matter what it is, there's always some idiot that says the same thing the last one did.
I know. It's like, oh, I haven't heard that before, guys.
Being on social media has taught me that people are much dumber and less original than I ever could have possibly imagined.
Well, the ones that are like this. What else do we got? Love the tattoos, but no fan of this psycho shit. What? I don't get that.
I mean, that must mean my ears or something.
Oh, I guess. Dude would go so far just to not look pussy? No.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with any of that.
And then our very last comment is some thumbs up.
Well, I mean, this is not the very last of anything. I could have taken pictures of these for days and days. You should have seen my TikTok of my glory days. Most of the people that like send their tattoos in here, I'll have people who will be like, Remy's always so mean. He's so hateful. It's like, if you got a quarter of the things that I get in an hour in your week, you might not leave the house again.
Well, and like
most people don't ever have to engage with this stuff.
That I think is really interesting is, so any of our friends or acquaintances who have stumbled on any of your trending posts, usually the ones that are put on Facebook by the news, they always go into like fight mode, and you can always see there'll be like a random person trying to defend you. That's usually like one of our friends or acquaintances who's outraged that someone would say something, because Remy is nice.
Well,
people love him.
The thing is like, and that might be a hard one for people to believe.
Yes, but that's the
I'm
in
tough
real life,
but fair.
People love you.
I'm tough but fair, and I don't take cheap shots. I just call things as they are. And
but
even
it's
here,
fine.
Even here at the shop, like, I give constructive criticism to everyone.
You do.
People come to me specifically for that because they know I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
One of the only people I will ask for constructive criticism.
With that said, most of these things are not constructive criticism. And there's going to be some half-wit out there that gets mad at this video. It's like, well, if you don't want to hear people's opinions, don't put it online. Yeah, I've heard that a million times too. If you don't want your criticism to be picked apart by me, don't put it online.
It's
Free
true.
speech is a two-way road.
It is a two-way road. Like, people do like to complain that you can be a little nasty about tattoos, but why are you submitting it to the show?
Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
If you know that that's a possibility.
But, like, I've had people, like, they'll comment something particularly gross, and then they'll defend it like everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's like, yeah, and so am I. If you say something completely ridiculous, it doesn't shield you from me calling you out on it.
I really enjoy the times where someone will say something completely nasty to them or to you, and you'll turn around and be like, oh man, you must be having an awful day.
Well, and they are.
And then they turn around and they're really nice to you because they're like, oh yeah, man, like, I'm sorry.
When was the last time,
out.
like, ask yourself, when was the last time you went looking for strangers' photos to put nasty comments on?
I've never done
I don't
it.
know anyone who spends their time doing that.
I have never, not once in my life have I done that.
So to me, it suggests that the level of person you're engaging with is like, they're living a very tragic life where they're unhappy constantly. They haven't had a good day in possibly years, and anything and everything is agitating them. It could be a reason to become completely unhinged on a complete stranger and just froth at the mouth with just vile and ooze, and then if they get called on it, it's somehow the other person.
Well, I mean, yeah, for me, if I see content on my feed that I don't like,
Scroll on.
I either scroll on, and if I constantly keep seeing it, I'll go to that page, I will unfollow,
Or hit not interested.
or hit not interested. Like,
But-
we decide what's in our feeds, and you go to that
Well,
main
they
hub.
show you things that you're engaging with.
Yeah, and that's why when we go to that main hub page, I mean, of course you're going to see stuff you don't love. You're not following those people. That's
Well,
what you go there for.
The thing is those people post my images because they have visceral reactions.
Oh, yeah.
The pages that post me all the time do so because
It-
they know that these mouth breathers and bottom feeders are going to engage with them in this way.
Right.
But, like, that's not something that I can help either, because I'll have people who think, because they won't even look at the page that posted it, and they think it's me.
No, right.
It's like, they're posting me because people engage with my content.
Yeah, it
That's
gives them
why.
a boost in the algorithm.
Yeah, so they're using my image to do that. And I'm not saying that that's on you to understand that, but that's how social media works. I'm not interested in your opinion one way or the other. If you engage with it, that's fine. It can be good, it can be bad. That's fine too. But for the people who don't know that this is the case, my tattoos have been ridiculed and picked apart more than yours have. So when I give you a constructive criticism, that's not me being a hater. This is what being a hater is.
Yeah, this is really being a hater.
And there is a very big difference.